So we've just been chatting about Azumi and sort of finding ourselves back. We think we're sort of doing okay, and then we find ourselves back in that place, um, and the ways that we can pull ourselves out of that, and how Azumi is certainly one way of doing that. Oh, nothing like launching right into it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Monday night meditation, goddess meditation. Um, yeah, just because we've been chatting for a little bit, and I was like, oh, I better press record um, to invite, as I'm starting to refer to those in Zoom land who are joining us post meditation in your own time. So we'll see who comes up today. I was sort of thinking when we were talking about Azumi that it might be another reflection of, when we find ourselves in those places of challenge. We were talking about places of challenge with Holly in our own meditation. Was that yesterday? Lost track of days, I think it was. And what are the things that we can draw from that, or take from that, or take hope from that, or or check out while we are there. We have Minerva. Owl on her head, owl in the, where is it there? Looking over us as we meditate. So one of the things apparently that we can explore while we are in that place, or what can draw us out of that place of shadow or challenge, is to look at the beliefs that put us in there and how we can transform them into beliefs that support us. I'm just going to pull up Minerva here, or Athena. Here she is. And okay, so I'm going to share screen. With Minerva. I don't think that you guys can hear this in the background. If you can, I apologize, but I will have meditation music going in a second and it should drown it out. But the build up to Eurovision is happening downstairs. And for those of you who don't know what Eurovision is, well, if you know ABBA, I mean, that's where they got their start. I learned today that Katrina and the Waves also got their start on Eurovision, but it's a massively huge thing here. And it's, oh boy, there's a lot of excitement. And it's starting tomorrow. It ends, I think, on Saturday. And last year, the Ukraine won, and they usually hold Eurovision in the country of the winner, but it could not be held in the Ukraine. So because Great Britain came in second, it is being held in Liverpool this year. So pretty exciting. So anyways, hopefully you will not hear strains of Eurovision build-up. So, Minerva. Let me get some music. And there she is, with her olive behind her. She was the, oh, let me read what it says before I just launch in. So Minerva, the Roman and Etruscan goddess of intelligence, creativity, wisdom, domestic skills, and handicrafts, was the patroness of artisans of all people whose handiwork was guided by their minds, Her very name comes from the ancient root for mind. Minerva appears here with her sacred tree, the olive. She wears an aegis, which is a breastplate edged with snakes, and an owl on her headdress, which identifies her as a goddess of death and the deepest mysteries. So taking a breath and dropping deep into your center, deep into your core, feeling the expanse of your breath, expanding into all of those deep places within, seeking out those places that hold tension or heaviness or sadness, any type of physical, emotional, mental discomfort. And as you exhale, release all of that. Allow each inhale and exhale to bring you more and more fully into the here and now. Minerva's poem. Excuse me. I am what I think. My life is shaped and formed by what I tell myself. Who I am in the world is who I think I am. What I have in the world is what I think I can have. The contents of my mind are what I choose. I discard, cut out, drop that which doesn't contribute. What others believe about me is their story. It tells more about what they think than who I am. In my journey, I make sure that what I carry is of my own careful choosing and serves me well. So as you drop deeply into that inner place, perhaps finding yourself in an olive grove, hearing the hoot of an owl, open yourself to connecting with Minerva, of exploring that landscape of your beliefs, what it is that you carry of your beliefs, how much that is informed by others. Be open to Minerva's guidance. And allow yourself to journey with her. Excuse me. Slowly start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Be aware once more of that inhale and exhale. And just take another minute or two to be open to any final reflections from Minerva. And as you begin to follow the flow of the inhale and exhale, paying particular attention to that exhale and following it out into the room in which you sit, the space in which you are, bringing yourself gently, gradually back into waking consciousness. And with one final deep breath, deep inhale and exhale, you can open up your eyes. And just to make sure that you are fully grounded. You might want to brush down the aura from head to toe. If I'm feeling a little too high vibration still, I just touch my feet. Excuse me. And that tends to bring me fully back into my body. So, while we're still gazing at Minerva, I'll just share a little bit of how I journeyed with her. Take a sip of tea. Excuse me. There are a couple of things that's interesting. I will admit that although I was looking at Minerva and closing my eyes and connecting with her, it was Athena who kept showing up. I've worked a lot with Athena, statues of Athena, and it's one of those things. So Athena being the Greek and Minerva being the Roman, and excuse me, they're very often sort of used interchangeably. And one of the things that became very clear to me is just this sense that they're different. It's not just the same goddess with different names. Athena was like, yeah, but my name is on a city and hers isn't. Is kind of what happened. And there's a reason behind the olive for me. There's reasons behind everything. There's reasoning behind everything. And so it almost felt like there was this richness to Athena that didn't have the same vibrancy with Minerva. So that's something which in truth I'm going to take away. And because I don't know Minerva stories other than them being Athena's stories, but Athena's stories are very much connected to like geography even. So I thought that was sort of interesting. The other thing was she reflected certain beliefs that I hold, and some of the beliefs that I hold about myself, which may or may not be true, and showed me where to do a little bit more work. There was certainly this sense, and not in, I'll share, one of them was, I'm a horrible gardener, and we went to the garden center today, and I have a belief because I have not really ever successfully grown anything. I have kept a geranium plant alive for a year, and that is an unbelievably huge success. But I bought 2 trees today, and I feel like, because I believe that I'm horrible at gardening and I don't know how to take care of plants, and I have a very long history of killing them, that whenever I am paying for plants, I hear their little voices saying, please put me back on the shelf. And I don't even think that's, like, that is informed by belief, right? Belief creating reality like that. I honestly think if I pay attention and read how to take care of it, and just pay attention to taking care of it, that, so it was almost a silly example of, like, be aware of what your belief is. That's lodged in there, and that is going to inform how you are interacting with life. And you can shift that. But the other thing was, I became aware of a belief, which I know is not my belief. It's an ancestral one. And so it's also that, not even so much what other people believe of you, but what other people believe of themselves, which then carry through you, and how to release that. So that was very present as well. But the last, and I think this was perhaps the most significant for me, was recognizing that the same thing, what we believe, what we're carrying in our mind, becomes consciousness. It becomes that laser beam that then creates our reality, because that's what we're expecting to see. And so life shows up. And I just, again, I had a thought that I probably pay more attention to the clothes I choose to wear for a day than I pay to the thoughts, the beliefs that I'm going to carry into that day. And though I do spend every morning journaling, and pulling a card, and almost sort of getting that input, so writing my experience and then getting some feedback on that, I don't know that I take the next step and become very aware of what is the belief that I want to carry forward into this day that will then help to shape the experience of that day. And so that's the sort of that final reflection from Minerva, aka Athena. So with that, we will invite Minerva to share this next week with us. Inviting us to become even more familiar with the workings of our own mind. So thank you, all of you in Zoom land who are joining us for this Monday Goddess meditation. And we will see you another time. I'm going to stop share, and we will see you anon.